Today is bootcamp day 11. Help you set up a ROX-Filer. This is should be considered the advanced ROX-Filer setup. We're going to be changing the font size and also the background ROX-Filer color, and then also remove the ROX-Filer title. So we're gonna, first step is go ahead and take a look at the ROX-Filer, and you can see that here that the ROX-Filer for me, for my taste, is slightly too small, so I like to enlarge it. So we'll go ahead and close that, and I'm going to go a little faster here now because a lot to cover. So the first thing what we want to do is go ahead and make a copy of this, so we can go ahead and bring up the configuration file that we need to adjust. So we'll go ahead and get that going, and then on a default setting you're gonna have a sans 10. So we want to just go ahead and try that to sans 12 and see what happens. We're gonna go ahead and save, and then force it to reread the configuration file, and then now we're gonna start the ROX-Filer. And you can see that's clearly that it's a larger font, and that's for me that's ideal for me. So to change the background color of ROX, first thing we have to do is create a roxbg.png file. So easiest way is just go ahead and start the GIMP. So we'll go ahead and Rofi launcher and start the GIMP, and then we'll make it maximize with the super and up arrow, and then we can take a look at the setup that's on a default on a GIMP. So what we want to do is go ahead and start a new project, and here it's smart enough to know the monitor size. Actually the monitor size here is wrong. It's my actual is 1360 over 768, but this is fine. It's gonna create a larger background file, which is fine. So most of you should you can go ahead and find out exactly the your monitor size, but for xrender, and then it'll give you an idea so of the your monitor size, but it's not critical. It just needs to be in the ballpark. So we'll just go ahead and use this, and then OK, and then we have a file that we need to create, and what we want to do is make this a color of your preference. So that's too black for me, so I think that what I'll do is probably choose something around here, and then OK. So this color has slightly changed from total black to a little bit less black, and then what we want to do is use a bucket tool, what's called a bucket tool right there, and then just simply click on the file, and then click. Foreground color fill is fine, so now it's taken the color. So now we need to export it to a specific, we need to export it as a specific file, and then it's already on default root, which is fine, but we need to change the name to roxbg.png and export. So I've just tested prior to recording, so we're just going to replace it, and export is fine. So it's actually created the file. Okay, and then we're going to just get out of it, and we don't need to save the changes. So that's actually already done. We can just take a brief look at there. So here's a file we just created. Now we need to tell the how to use that file that we just created. So it's a way we can do it. So we're at step 2 here. We just did that, and then we're gonna run this command because we need to create this file on the root level, and then edit the file. So we can go ahead and start the terminal again, and touch middle mouse click works for me, and then enter. And then now we have this new file that's just been created. What we need to do is add these lines to make sure that that it reads this new file as the background. So we're gonna just simply copy this and then put it here and paste. Right click, and then we're gonna save it. Now we're going to refresh the JWM, and then now let's see what happens if we go ahead and open up the rocks. So now the background color is really changed. Then you can't see the name of the folder and the file. So the way I can do it is just use Control O. We need to get into the options menu and then go down to the colors, and you see that right now it's all dark. So we need to change that, some of that directory. We want to make a little significantly lighter. It'd be easier for us to see. So you can see the directory, the names have a really significant change. Regular file, I prefer to just have it totally white, so we go all the way down. And now it's reasonable to tell the files are lighter and the folders are a little less lighter. But the other ones also we want to change because we really can't see. So you can just sort of take a guess as to what color you prefer, and a little lighter. There's no real rule. The green is somewhat difficult to see as it is, so we can just go ahead and pick a random color and then make sure that they can be seen. So I'm just doing this randomly on a fly, so we'll just go ahead and do that, and then simply go ahead and OK. And then now it's all pretty much set. So we successfully, so we can just go ahead and check other folders. We can just go ahead and middle mouse click, and it's going to open up another rocks, and middle mouse click, it's going to open another rocks. So we'll just go ahead and get out of it, F4, F4, and F4. So we're at the level of changing the ROX-Filer color. Now if you look at the rocks, there is a bar here with icons, maximize, and so on. So on a default setting though, you really don't need to use these here, because right now F4 we previously adjusted the JWM-RC- personnel file, so we made it F4 will close it, and then furthermore super left arrow key will bring it to the left, super right key, arrow will bring it to the right, super up will maximize, and another super up will just go ahead and go back to default. So, and then furthermore, you can go ahead and, if you want a further finer adjustment, you can push down on Alt key and then left mouse click to move the app window to any place you want. So I think that I tend to use that and then eliminate this here. So the way we can do that is, we'll just go F4 here, is to get into a JWM personnel file here. So and then we're just gonna get into the file here, and then we're here at this level, and we need to go ahead and insert this here right before the keyboard binding. So we can go ahead and make it here, and then enter that, and this will remove the ROX-Filer title. And so we'll go ahead and save it as it is, and we're gonna restart, and then let's see if there's anything else. Okay, I think that's going to be it for today. So let's just make sure everything works. So now what we want to do is Super X, for example, will launch 3 ROX. So let's see what happens. So that doesn't work right now. So okay, what we want to do is just check one, just ROX. So now it works. So after reboot, it will work.